and Waldo are immature juveniles with only one tawdry thing on their mind.
One thing. What you doing, Steve? What you doing, Steve? Steve trying to make his move on Laura. Look at you don't see Laura ain't even budging. But anyway, we back at it again with another video. Like I said, the life lessons of Steve and Laura. Let's watch what they doing here.
Care to rock my world, baby?
Care to rock my world, baby? Steve, not yet. Oh!
Did I hit you too hard? Too hard?
Right.
Please.
Come on now. Girl. Left hook, right hook. You ain't messing with me. Huh?
Oh. Hello, Mama.
I straightened things out with Ted and we're going to a movie tonight. I've come up with a plan to make sure you don't mess things up for me.
Well, it better be good.
It better be good, baby. But again, I just want to point out, what is Laura doing here? She's calling Steve over to let him not so he's not caught off guard. Hey, I'm calling Ted. Me and Ted are gonna go out on a date. I want to let you know. Do people recognize the generosity in Laura?
It is. Grab me a soda and I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah. See, look at her. She gonna talk about.
Just see about this.
And can we not say? I'm sorry. Can we not say how adorable Kelly and Jaleel were? Oh my gosh. Just adorable.
You have to wake up pretty early in the morning to poop. Hey, my hand seems to be stuck.
That's the plan.
She got you too.
Love that wacky-tacky. Good night, Steve.
You're good,
because she got you.
Steve, I'm not saying no because I don't want to go with you. I'm hoping Ted Kern will ask me to dance with Ted, then I won't go at all. I refuse to settle for second best.
Cotton swab bruh-bruhs look at this and be like, she's being so mean and da-da-da-da-da. No, she's being upfront. She's being open with Steve. She's being honest with Steve. I just want to know, have we thought about this? Laura's honesty and her openness is, I think, something Steve admires because he gets none of that at home. His parents probably don't barely talk to him. His parents don't keep him on the up and up on what's going on. You know, they sometimes go out of town. Maybe they tell him. And Laura's the complete opposite of that. And that's what Steve respects.
I understand. That's the way I feel about you.
Yeah.
So, are you having a good time with Ted?
Absolutely. This is the best night of my entire life. This is like a dream come true.
Oh, Steve.
I'm sorry, Steve.
Hey, it's okay. I'm happy for you. In a heart-sick, gut-wrenching, near-suicidal sort of way.
Right. The gorgeousness of Kelly is, it's insane. But is it a no or is it a not now from Laura, right? Laura's saying no, 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 no. Wait a minute. No, 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 no. Okay, sorry. I don't know. I think that's a song somewhere, right? Or is it a commercial? I don't know. But, you know, Laura's saying no, but her actions are showing you otherwise. I remember being a teenager at this time. And the fact that Laura's taking the time out, think about it, right? She says she's having the time of her life. Dude over there talking to whoever he's talking to. She's over here talking to him, to Steve. Watch it together. Let's just watch it together.
Laura, would you like to dance?
Sure.
So let's just look at it real quick. She's at the dance with this guy. He got to come up to her because whose face is Laura? I'm just saying it. Whose face was Laura in? Steve's. Okay. It's got to be rough, though. You love somebody that much.
Steve?
What you got to do with this?
Yeah, you said if I asked you, you'd probably say yes.
But that makes no sense.
Right, none at all.
Steve is obsessed with me. He freaks out when I even mention another guy.
Realize that going to the dance with me would make you happy. And that's all he really cares about.
Ah.
Steve said that.
See? Look at that. Steve said that. Wait, who was? Start to see the beautifulness of Steve and Laura, the life lessons of Steve and Laura, is they're maturing. They're getting older. For all of you, okay, I got words for you, but I'm a Christian. All y'all that be trying to hate on Laura, you know, you're not allowing her to actually grow up and mature. They're teenagers. But you're seeing the growth even in Steve. That's why Laura's like, wait, hold up, what? Steve? What? This is not something Steve would normally do.
Steve Urkel?
Right. Look at her looking like, oh, wow. Yep. This probably feels horrible for Steve. That he went and like, I'm actually going to go hook her up with her type. You know what I'm saying? And so that feeling of hopelessness can come in, you know, and make you feel like it is never, ever going to happen. While all the while, though, things are working. Ooh, that's a pretty boy. That is a pretty boy. Laura's so excited.
Congratulations, Laura. Keep it short.
She whiz.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, that was you.
But it really doesn't get much shorter than that. You just should have said, let her get up there and wave at the people or something, because he didn't let her finish.
And now it's time for the Queen's dance. Who's the lucky young man, Laura?
The lucky young man. Oh, is it Ted? It's Ted.
This dance goes to the one guy who's always treated me like a queen. Steve Urkel.
Woo! Do we have to recognize how Laura looked? This is how smooth Laura was with it. She looked at Ted the whole entire time, but then said Steve Urkel. Switch! You know what I'm saying? Switched it up quick. She's over there waiting, Steve. That's you. Steve, that's all you. Come on now. Don't keep her waiting. Don't keep her waiting. Woo! Steve, how'd I feel? Steve, how'd I feel? You know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm talking about, right? Look at Steve's face now. I'm going to put it back up here on the screen to what it was maybe 20 minutes ago, right? This is, again, why I keep saying why the Steve and Laura storyline is so inspirational. All working in Steve's favor. Even though it feels like a no, it feels hopeless, right? Laura goes in front of the whole school. She has the man of her dreams. Remember what the guy said. Pay attention to that. Who is the lucky young man? And Laura picked Steve. Look at this. Ear to ear, cheek to cheek. Look at this. Steve was not expecting this at all. He thought he was going to go home a lonely boy. That's what he thought. The fire going. Stevie, he's on the creep, but he's not on the creep. Laura's already recognized you.
You got your family, and they need you there.
You keep saying there's nobody else that could have done this. There's nobody else that could have played Steve and Laura. I mean, just the way, the silliness that Steve is doing right now, and how Laura is trying not to look him in the eye. She's trying not to take him seriously, and it is totally selling the scene. Totally selling the scene.
Though I try to resist, last on your list.
Oh, God.
But no other girl's gonna do. So I'm saving all my love for you.
Look at, see what I'm saying? Look at Laura's face right now. Like, it is just the writers and Kelly and Jalil. They did such a good job of balancing. Steve, I don't know if people recognize that Steve and Laura balance each other. He's over here being extremely silly, and she's trying to avoid his silliness, and it's hilarious.
I might offer you some hot chocolate, but you're not going to stay that long.
Oh, well, I'd say thank you, but there's no reason to.
There's no reason.
Well, I'm doing this to commemorate a milestone in our relationship.
Our relationship doesn't need a milestone. It needs a tombstone.
Look at, you see what I'm saying? Well, I said Steve is taking inventory on everything Laura's doing. So again, he's like, she's saying no, but I'm seeing this out of her, and I'm about to, you know what I'm saying, Johnny Gill, my, make my move, baby. Yeah, right.
Woman, I'm about to ask you out for the 1,000th time.
Make it smooth, Steve. Make it smooth.
Laura Winslow.
No.
Why you didn't even let me finish?
Sorry, I I was just so eager to answer.
You're seeing out of her. You're seeing maturity. Now she's kind of, being lighthearted about these situations, and they're not so serious and right? And they're, and it's she's finding laughter in them and still, flirting / teasing him at the same time. Not even a necessarily new approach, but this is a more mature approach. Maturity is more lighthearted by Laura.
I've asked you out 1,000 times and you have said no 1,000 times. I am beginning to notice an alarming trend.
Get a clue, Steve. Give it up.
I shall never give up bubbling brown sugar.
Bubbling brown sugar.
In fact, I'm gonna do something so romantic, so gallant, and so fabulously grandiose that your heart will melt and you will be mine forever.
I'm just wondering, what if his breath was kicking like Bruce Lee? Like, what if it really was? Like, maybe, what if that's possibly the one thing Steve forgot? Like, man, I forgot my Tic Tacs. This messed up everything.
Get a life, Steve.
All right, this is fantastic.
What are you so happy about?
You just said get a life, Steve.
Oh.
A week ago, you would have said get a life, Turbo Nerd.
Ooh.
I'm wearing you down.
There you go. There you go. The smile on Laura's face. You know what I'm saying? Steve is taking inventory, man, of Laura's actions and not necessarily her words.
I'm wearing you down.
Wearing ya down.
Up there, damsel.
The fair damsel.
What are you doing up there, Steve?
Let it be known that I, Stephen Q. Urkel, shall remain perched here upon this roof until Laura Winslow agrees to go out with me.
I think Steve is starting to see that Laura's no is really a not now. I think he's really kind of starting to see it because that's the energy Laura's been given.
I want you to come down from this roof.
Will you go out with me?
No.
Then here I stay.
Look, you're wasting your time. I will never go out with you.
Oh, yes, you will.
No, I won't. Steve, this is crazy.
Laura, I don't care. Men swim oceans, climb mountains, and trudge across deserts for their women. The least I can do is sit on top of a middle-class tract house.
This happened a lot of times in life where you feel like you're actually getting somewhere, whatever that thing is, and then bam, something comes, knocks you off the bike, knocks you out your rhythm, knocks you off your vibe, and you're just like, I thought it was this, and it comes from nowhere, right? And we're seeing this again with Laura, where here we go. Laura's kind of giving that, I showed you all those things, but then what do you hear from her? I'm not going to go out with you. I'm never going to go out with you. So this is again why I say why this storyline is so inspirational. Steve and Laura, baby.
Look, the radio says we're in for a cold snap. It might even snow.
Well, let Mama Nature take her best shot. You want to know why?
Well, I see.
Because I'm a man.
Right on.
A manly man.
Yeah.
A manly Urkel man.
Fine, Steve. It'll be just you and the pigeons.
Pigeons? Oh, do they bite?
Steve, you gotta be prepared for everything. Sometimes things are so obvious. Laura's telling him a no, but what is she doing? She's cautioning him to get off the roof, which means what? She cares about what happens to him. Okay. Steve is recognizing, I'm telling you, taking inventory, baby. So we gotta check out the sweetness of Laura.
You know,
Look at this.
the only thing worse than working the night shift is working in a snowstorm.
Well, I just want to show the sweetness of Laura, first of all. Look at this. Laura gets up from reading her book. Daddy's getting ready to go off to work in the cold. Gets his coat, puts it on him. Okay, let's keep going. What does she do? She is.
You order Chinese?
Up on the roof.
The roof?
Well, good night, kids.
Good idea.
You Carl?
Night, Rich.
So what does this have to do with Steve and Laura? Laura got up, put his jacket on, grabbed his bag. I'm gonna sit up here and try to say Laura Winslow is not marriage material. Are you kidding me? This is what Steve sees in her. Okay. Ooh, Laura risking her own life. Risking her own life. So sweet. I just want to point out, What did you just see Laura do? What she just did with her dad? What she just do to Daddy? Put his jacket on so that before he goes outside in the cold. What is she doing with Steve? Okay. Not a jacket, but a blanket. Okay. This is why Steve love her.
Thank you, darling. I'm so cold.
Look, I've been thinking about what you're doing here, and I must admit that it is
What, Laura?
kind of romantic.
Mm-hmm.
In a bizarre, twisted, obnoxious sort of way.
Exactly. Now, doesn't that remind you what Steve said we're going to play it back. Doesn't it remind you of that?
Hey, I'm happy for you. In a heart-sick, gut-wrenching, near-suicidal sort of way.
Right. See that they keep the same company. You know what I'm saying? Like saying this is the stuff that starts happening. You start talking like a little bit, you know?
You love me, don't you?
You love me, don't you? She does, Steve. Not like that yet,
No,
though.
my feelings for you haven't changed. And they never will.
Oh.
But
But, oh, praise God, there's a but.
Yeah, you need to praise him. I like the praise
But
him.
if you can convince me that you truly understand my feelings, and just maybe we could go out on a date. As a friend.
Have to ask the question. Why, Laura can literally get anything from Steve. She can tap dance all over his heart. She can get his heart, abuse it and throw it out the window. Why doesn't she do that? Y'all try to act like that's what she did. Why doesn't she do that? You people just do not realize how much Laura is actually protecting his heart. And that's what she's doing here.
Do you suppose we could commemorate this occasion with a hug?
At least, right, Steve? It's cold, though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess nobody will see.
Lay one on me. Give it to me.
Steve, let go.
Let go.
Sorry, I'm just being friendly.
Steve is looking for a hug and a snuggle. That's okay, Steve. Look, we understand. Get your hug and your snuggle. You've been out there in the cold. Yeah. We understand. We understand.
What's on your mind, Steve?
What's on that mind of yours, boy? You know he needs the caress, Lord. You know he needs the caress. She won't even look at him. This is just hilarious because Laura's like, I'm not giving you eye contact. You're being pitiful, boy.
I've loved you ever since I first laid eyes on you.
Don't we know it? Don't we know it?
Steve, I have a tennis court
Right.
here.
She's heard it before, Steve. She's heard it before.
Honey Bunch, I may not make it through this medical ordeal. Would you please give me something to remember you by?
Like what?
Marry me.
No.
We get paid. We go steady.
No.
A date.
No.
A kiss.
On the hand?
On the lips.
The forehead.
Deal.
Deal. See here, this is not really Steve proposing. This is Steve flirting with Laura and her flirting back. Okay, I hope people see that. Steve, calm down. Is it a punch or a kiss? You gotta relax. You gotta relax. Relax.
Oh, thank you, Laura.
You're welcome, Steve.
On the forehead, I absolutely love it. But what have I been saying? What have I been saying again and again and again? Is Laura's no really a no, or is it a not now? Look at how far they have progressed now to where Laura is kissing them on the forehead. So we just got to recognize the growth. You may say, well, Steve in his sick bed. He in his sick bed, but it's like she still was really, Steve started with a proposal and Laura was still willing to give him a kiss on the forehead. It's sweet. You know what I'm saying? Movement.
Steve?
Laura, how did everything go?
Great. Your kidney came out clean as a whistle.
Laura, quit messing with him.
Kidney? Oh, you were funny.
She was funning you. Why is Laura Winslow marriage material? This is stuff that Steve takes inventory of with Laura. Laura stayed around, made sure that he was okay. She's, as Steve said, she's funning him right now. She gave him a kiss on the forehead. I don't think people see with Laura. Do you see how this is a kind of a stressful situation and Laura's still trying to crack funnies? Oh yeah, your kidney came out as clear as a whistle. Wait, what? You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of ease the vibe a little bit. This is why Steve loves her, man. This is why Steve loves her. This is why she's marriage material.
Well, we better get going, Steve. It's getting late and you need your rest.
Oh, you guys are so good. And I love you both so darn.
There, right there.
Steve, get some rest now, okay?
Well, I don't think I can.
For 2024. What's in is being humble, open, and transparent. I call it being hot.
Oh, hot.
Yeah. Look at your neighbors. You need to be humble, open, and transparent. That's in. What I found out in my life is that God doesn't bless who you pretend to be.
Ooh.
He blesses who you really are.
Oh, my goodness.
And a lot of people are trying to put on a facade of who they really want to be. And I'm telling them, if you're honest with where you are right now, that's the only way you can move to where you really want to be.
That was Pastor Mike Todd on the Sherry Shepherd show. You know, she got her own talk show. But I loved what he said there when he said, what is in is that sums up Stephen Laura, right? It sums up Laura, even though some of you guys don't see it that way. And you think she's being rough and she's being this and being that. No, Laura's being hot. She's being honest, open, and transparent. And that is what keeps, you know, Stephen Laura going, you know, in that. And I think a lot of people don't respect Laura for that. But even in this scene right here, she's being hot. You know what I'm saying? She's being honest, open, and transparent because she does not want to play with Steve's heart. And it baffles me that people don't respect that about, you know, Laura. But then let's go to the other thing that Michael Todd said when he talks about God does not bless. Goodness gracious here, man. God does not bless who you pretend to be. He blesses who you really are. And so this is what I'm talking about that I love so much about Laura is not pretending to be nothing but what she is. Laura's not pretending to be, well, let me go and do this and get this. Remember I told you, Laura is in position to go and stomp all over, you know what I'm saying, Kurt Franklin style, and stomp all over Steve, you know, Steve's heart, get whatever she want to get it, play with his mind, do whatever she wants to, you know, whatever she wants to do. But she's not doing that. She's actually protecting his heart. But here's the other thing she's doing. She's just being real. She's being herself. And this is what I keep saying about people when they try to throw that asinineness hate towards her. It's like you guys aren't letting her grow and letting her evolve. She's being hot. Like I said, she's being real. Beauty about Stephen Laura is, you know, is that they're being, you know, honest, open, and transparent, and they're being themselves. And that's why they are growing. And that's why they continue to grow. That's why they're on the same page. Even though Steve sees Laura in a romantic way, Laura does not see Steve in a romantic way, but you're seeing them grow. You're seeing Laura at his bedside and cracking funnies and giving him, you know, kisses on the you know, on the forehead. You're seeing Laura pick him out of Ted. Beautiful, beautiful Ted that she could have had a romantic dance with to remember for the rest of her life. But she took that dance, you know what I'm saying? That dance with Steve. People don't respect it and don't respect the journey. But that's why they continue to move and grow in the ways that they are growing. It was Laura marriage material. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what y'all on. But that's why I wanted to show you what, you know, her going and putting, you know, her dad's jacket on as he goes out, grabs his bag. She's a sweetheart. Right. And that's really what Steve sees, you know, in her, and that she's, hey, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Laura's always been hot in many different ways. Right. But definitely in that way. And that's why I wanted to show that little clip, because that in, like I said, that in a nutshell is Stephen Laura. But in a nutshell, it's really Laura, hot, open, and transparent. And some of you just don't respect that about Laura. And it's unfortunate and it's sad, but that is what it is. And you're seeing them grow and evolve. And it's such a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Life lessons of Stephen Laura. Love God, love people. May God bless you. May God keep you.